Good afternoon. I want to talk to you today about thought frequencies, and the best way of doing that is by hearing from the master himself. So my mentor, Bob Proctor, who has been in this industry, or was in this industry before he sadly passed back in February, was in it for over 60 years. And the information that he had came from Earl Nightingale, Ray Stanford, Leyland Val Vanderwall, who in turn all received their information from Napoleon Hill. So there's over 100 to 150 years worth of research in Bob's teachings. So without further ado, I want to show you a video that is from YouTube. It can be found. You can subscribe to their channel, Proctor Gallagher Institute, with Bob talking about thought frequencies from a recorded event, I think a couple of years ago, just before COVID. There will be a couple of pop-ups on the screen because it is obviously YouTube and YouTube likes its adverts. The paradigm shift that is mentioned is an old event, but there are ways of getting to it. If you let me know if you want to, then I'd be happy to share the details. So without further ado, I will set you off watching the video and I will see you on the other side.
Let those lines represent levels of energy, levels of vibration, okay? Every frequency is connected to the one above and the one below. Now, you may have seen this before, but I'll guarantee you probably aren't executing it as well as you could. Pay close attention. Everything is energy, everything vibrates. The law of vibration decrees that everything in the universe moves. We live in an ocean of motion. There is no such thing as staying where you are. You're either going ahead or you're going back. You're moving, makes no mistake about it. Every frequency is hooked up to the one above and the one below. Do you know what that really means? We're all connected. That's right. Now look it. Let's say that's your phone. We'll say, this is my phone. If we get on the same frequency, we can start communicating. Wouldn't matter where we are in the world, because I'm on your frequency. I can tap out a message to you. I can talk to you. I can send a picture to you. Why? Because we're on the same frequency. Simultaneously with me hitting send, you've got the picture. You could be on the other side of the world. You could be in Kiev. I could be here. Boom, you get it. Everyone knows this, and damn near everyone has at least one phone. You know why? Because we're learning something about the laws of the universe. Now keep going. We seem to have a basic understanding of this when it comes to our phones. However, when it comes to our life, we get lost. We don't take it beyond the phone level. Let's take it beyond the phone level. Let those lines represent levels of vibration. A level of vibration is referred to as a frequency. And we think on frequencies. Now this is so important that you get this. Do you know that I was doing this when I didn't know which end was up? I think I was doing this because I was so irresponsible. Sometimes there's benefits to being irresponsible. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. If I wanted, I'd just go and do it. I wanted to open an office in another city, I'd just go to the other city. I never wrote a business plan in my life. I don't even know how to write a business plan. What the hell do I want to write a business plan for? I just go do it. You say, well, you got to write a business plan. Well, I'm going to tell you don't, because I've done it without writing business plans. I've never written a business. I don't know how to write a business plan. I didn't go to school. I just go do it. You see? Now pay attention. You think on frequencies. That's the frequency you're thinking on. That's symbolic of the frequency you're thinking on, and that will dictate the results that you're going to get. Now keep in mind, this could be the most important lesson you learn all weekend. This is real. I do this. Every day I do this. I have done it for years. I did it when I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. Most people don't know what they're doing. They just do it. That's where I am. That's where I want to go. I know where I am, but that's where I want to go. You see, that's normal in life. You know where you are, but that's not, I want to go there. That's what I really want. Doesn't matter where you are. And I'm going to do that as soon as I get the money. This is where we get screwed up. I'm going to do that as soon as the kids are out of school. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to get another degree. Then I'll do that. I'm going to do that as soon as this changes. I can't do that because of where I'm at. You understand? You know that. You see, I mean, I just don't have the money. I mean, I got to have some money. I don't know the right people. Well, you're waiting for the results to change, and pretty soon the decision fades, and before long the goal, it goes where the decision went. What's the problem here? Well, here's the problem. You're thinking here on this frequency. You could compare this to an AM band on your radio. You're on that frequency and you're trying to get FM music. You're screwed. You'll never get it. They cannot broadcast FM music on an AM band. It won't work. You're thinking down there and you're saying, but I want to go up here. If you want to go up there, your mind and your thoughts must be focused on the same frequency of what you want. Listen, if nothing's created or destroyed, that means everything's already here. If not in one state, certainly in another. Nothing is created or destroyed. The way to fly an airplane has always been here. Nobody believed that anything heavier than air, I mean, what the hell? And it's attracted towards the center of the earth. But the young bicycle mechanics, they thought, I see it, brother. I can see it. I read where their daddy was a bishop in a Reformed church, and he told them they were going to burn in hell for suggesting they could fly. Well, if you want to get that, you've got to understand that you've got to think on that frequency. And if you're going to do that, you've got to make a committed decision. See, you can make a decision and then you do it if it's convenient. You get the idea, Nino? You got the idea. When you make a committed decision, you're going to do it regardless. I don't care what the odds are. I don't care the fact that nobody's ever done it before. Doesn't matter to me that people have never stood on the top of that mountain. I'm going to the top of that sucker right now. When you make a committed decision, you then have to begin to think and act. The old way of thinking's got to go. Committed decision, you've got to let the old way of thinking go. Then you've got to think and act like the person you want to become. What's everybody going to think? The guy's out of his mind, for God's sake. He's going to try by that. He hasn't got any money. He's quitting his job. You've got to be out of your mind. You got a family, you know. You've got to be responsible. Do you know the only prerequisite to getting what you want? Is you got to want it. That's the only prerequisite. So you got to be realistic. It's totally illogical to think that way. Well, do a little research. You're going to find that Edison was totally illogical, rolled with the masses. Ed Hillary was totally illogical, rolled with the masses. You were illogical, rolled to your professor in university. He said, you can't read that. anybody's ever done anything, they weren't being realistic. You know, we've got a mental faculty called perception. You shift your perception and you change your realistic. You see? We got to learn to use our higher faculties. Want is the only prerequisite to making a decision.
How was that? Really, really good? Any questions? Obviously, this is being put out as a recorded video. I am not live. Hey. But if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out through any of my contact forms or anything like that. I also have a live event coming up next week where I am going to show some videos from Bob himself talking about his insights into the book Think and Grow Rich. On the second day, on the Tuesday next week, so the 13th, I am going to show some videos of Bob and Sandy discussing their absolutely life-changing program called Thinking into Results. It's the program that flipped my life on its head last year, and now I am a Proctor Gallagher consultant so that I can share that information with all of you. The Wednesday session next week is an invite-only Zoom call where I will be taking a group of you through the first lesson of Thinking into Results as a kind of preview as to what you will get. Not only as a preview, it's completely free. There is no obligation to sign up or anything like that, but the lesson itself will go through what a worthy goal is, how to set one, and how to get started. And we are goal-striving mechanisms. We need a goal to be working towards. Otherwise, we just give up, really. We just eventually give up, grow old, don't really go anywhere. So we need a goal, and that first lesson will help you to set one and to get started on it. All of the details for signing up to the event next week will be in the description below this video. As always, feel free to subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, get in touch in any way that suits you. I would love to start a conversation to help you think into results, get your results that you want, set a worthy goal, get on that frequency of thought that you want to be on, and just start living the life that you want to live. I hope this finds you well and that you have an awesome rest of your day. Goodbye.